If you're a fan of my Facebook page, you will know that I've been wanting to do this review since pictures were released of this thing. So no introduction. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Boomco Colossal Blitz. The Colossal Blitz was originally going to be called the Dart Splosion. I'm not sure when they changed it or why they changed it, but this thing is basically Boomco's big spammy blaster, 72 rounds, 2 massive drums. This thing is just huge. Along with the Colossal Blitz, you're going to need a 6C battery, so just keep that in mind. But let's open up the box and take a look at what's inside of it. Inside the box you get quite a bunch of stuff. You get the 72 rounds of Boomco ammo. You get these 2 plates right here. You get 2 big loading drums. You get your stickers and instructions, which I highly suggest you read for this. And you get the Colossal Blitz itself. Before you can use the Colossal Blitz though, there is some assembly that needs to be done, so open up your instructions and check it out. The first part of assembly, you're going to need your A piece, and you take it and you put it so the blue side is facing in, and you snap it in place just like that. Second part involves B, which also has the blue face facing in. And this one, you snap in just like that. They both have their own unique little snapping areas, so you can't mess up which side they go on. So once you get both of those clicked in place, you are ready to go. Once you get the 2 drum holders in there, it is time to put in your drums. On the back of them, you'll find a number and an arrow right here, and this corresponds to which side the drum goes on. So on the right side, you have drum number 2, and you will also find a little arrow right there. So you need to line them up with the blue part facing you, and you just put them in like that. Get the other one and line that up and push it in just like that. Now you can remove the drums, though it's a bit of a cumbersome problem. You push in the 2 little yellow buttons on the front and back, and you, if you have kind of the dexterity for it, you can kind of push it out. Takes a little bit of coordination, which I don't have at the moment. There we go. If I use my pinkies, I can get them out. So you can take them out, and if you want to, you know, buy a bunch of these and have a ton of drums, but it is a bit cumbersome. But I do like that you can take them out in case you need to do some sort of repairing or maintenance or whatever you need to do with this, unlike a bunch of Nerf stuff where it is permanently attached to the blaster unless you open it up and do some modifications to it. So that's a nice little touch on the Colossal Blitz, which is excellent. Now that the Colossal Blitz is fully put together, let's talk about it. This thing is big, it is very bulky, and it has a bit of weight to it, but luckily the grip is super comfortable. It's a bit thin, but it does have a lot of hand room. My pinky just has a tiny bit of space underneath of it, and it is a very, very comfortable grip, which is great because if it wasn't comfortable, ooh, this would be terrible to use. On the front, you will find an angled grip up there, which is a bit blocky, and the sides kind of poke into my hand a little bit, but it's fairly comfortable and it gives you a nice place to rest your hands. On the back, I don't really know what they were doing with this. It kind of has like a shoulder stock texture to it, but it's really small. I mean, maybe if you're like a little kid, it will work, but maybe it's just for aesthetics. I don't know, they could have just gone with like a little bit of a rounded piece there or something, but weird design choice on the back. On the top, you'll find a carrying handle, though the weight distribution of it is kind of awful, so it's going to be very front heavy with your hand on the back here, but this thing isn't too heavy that you can't just, you know, carry it you know, all willy-nilly and stuff, but very, very bad weight distribution for that carrying handle, but they do have one. You'll also find 2 tack rails on the top, as well as 2 tack rails on the bottom, as well as a sling point right here, and I guess you can use basically any of these open areas as sling points, even though your hand's going to be kind of going here. I guess you could just put it right there or something. But yeah, one sling point attachment that is obviously a sling point attachment. On this side of the Colossal Blitz, you will find your select fire switch. Yes, this thing comes with a select fire switch. You get to choose between single fire or full auto. But yeah, you get to choose between full spam or, you know, single firing it, which is great. When it comes to reloading your Colossal Blitz, and trust me, there's going to be a lot of reloading. 72 rounds is nothing to joke about. If you come over to the select fire switch and put it into single fire, that allows the drums to freely spin around. They move at the same time, but this makes loading very, very easy. Now, this area right here is open, so you can just kind of slam the darts into place, but it's very easy to load with this little covered piece right here. You just kind of slide them in like that. So loading, while it takes a very long time with 72 rounds, is very, very easy to do. Next to your select fire switch, you will find your battery tray, which is located right above the trigger and rev trigger, and this is where you put your 6 C batteries. This thing is going hefty with the batteries, and it does have 2 screws, one at the top and one at the bottom, so you'll have to get both of those. Once you have all your batteries in there, note that the battery tray cover only goes in one way. You need to have this thicker part facing towards the front. If you put it in the other way, it doesn't really fit, so there's only one way you can put this back on. With all the stuff about the Colossal Blitz gone over, I don't think I skipped anything or there's really anything else you need to know about. Let's take this thing outside, load it up, put it through the chronograph, and then do a firing test with it. I'm really excited to see how this thing does. So let's go outside and do that right now. So the Colossal Blitz is a lot of fun to shoot. Being able to fire off 72 rounds without releasing the trigger is kind of awesome. As for the FPS readings, I'm not really sure what was going on with that. It seemed to be like going back and forth even at full rev. So not really sure what's going on there. But the Colossal Blitz does decently well. The FPS readings may not be too interesting, but at the range I was at, you could feel the hits really well. And they had a little bit of like a flick to them. Now it's time to go over the pros and cons for the Colossal Blitz. Let's start with the pros. The first big pro about this thing is how comfortable it is. For being such a large, clunky, chunky blaster, this thing is very comfortable to use. The grip is super nice, and the only thing that really sticks out as being not on par with everything else is this angled foregrip. It just kind of sticks into my skin a little bit more than I think it should, but overall, very, very comfortable blaster. I also really like the looks of it overall. It's just a very cool look. You have this see-through plastic. Up here, you can see all the rounds on your drum. It has that like big full auto futuristic look to it that I really like. It just looks mean and aggressive, and that is awesome to me. Now, while reloading is a huge pain in the ass, 72 rounds is a lot. It's quite a lot. The feature that allows you to spin the drums as you reload is very nice. It is very easy to get your darts in no matter where you load them from on the drum. And if you really want to, you can pop them out and load them separately away from the blaster. So that's an excellent feature, which is another pro. So yeah, large and in charge, looks great, shoots well, all that good stuff, but there are some serious cons with this blaster. The first one is not so big, but it does get annoying. The rev switch is super duper sensitive. If you just touch it, it goes off. I cannot find a comfortable way to hold this without my finger setting it off somehow. Just holding this, trying to do the review, I have set it off at least 5 times now. It is annoying. The safest way to hold it is by this grip at the top, but this thing will go off so quickly just when you're holding it regularly, so that's a bit of an annoyance. The other thing about it is the loading is really annoying. 72 rounds is a lot. It takes a long time. You're not going to enjoy. There's nothing enjoyable about taking 4 minutes to load this blaster up only to see all your ammo downfield in about 15 to 20. There's nothing fun about that. And the biggest The biggest con, even bigger than this blaster itself, is the price tag. The price for this thing is $90. $90, and that does not even include batteries. With batteries, I spent $110. Oh, the downfall of the Colossal Blitz is the price. $110 is expensive. Holy crap, too much. So what is my final verdict for the Boomco Colossal Blitz? It is a very comfortable, large, and in-charge blaster that looks really cool once you kind of get past the fact that it looks like a penis from certain angles. It is a heavy blaster. It has that look that means that you have come here to just spam the crap out of your opponents, and it is a fun blaster to shoot. But with a price tag of $90, it is very hard for me to justify that cost. Who should buy this blaster? Someone who has $110 to spend and they want something that's just ridiculous. But for most people, I'm gonna say to wait. Yes, 72 rounds is a lot. Yes, it spams really well. Yes, it's comfortable. Yes, it's fun, but it's so expensive. If it was $70, I'd say go out and get it right now. So my verdict for this is wait until it's on sale, wait until Christmas. It's just too expensive for me to say go out and get one right now. There you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Boomco Dartsplosion, now known as the Boomco Colossal Blitz. The big badass blaster that just costs too much for its own good, which makes me sad. So yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have a great day wherever you are.